What's up, Eagles fans? Welcome into the All-22 review driven by AAA. I'm your host, Fran Duffy. The Eagles fall to the Washington football team 20-14. Tough loss. We got some good things to look at, though, on both sides of the football. Some nice plays on offense, nice plays on defense, a little bit of everything here. And we'll start on the opening drive. Some trickeration, a double pass from Greg Ward, a former college quarterback. You're going to see him here lined up as the move receiver, as the Z receiver, and he's going to come in motion from left to right here for Jalen Hurts. And we'll just let that play for a second and see exactly what Washington thinks. They think it's going to be a basic little bubble screen here with two receivers out blocking at the second level. Here's Greg Ward out in space. But instead of this being a bubble screen, you're going to get these guys releasing vertically down the field. And you're going to get Travis Fulgham on the outside running that little comeback route. And you can see here, Greg Ward's just going to catch this football from Jalen Hurts. He's going to make that first man miss, and he's going to throw this out to Travis Fulgham for a first down. Gets the Eagles moving here across midfield. A little bit later in the drive, the Eagles now down in the low red zone. You're going to see how they're able to punch this in. The first touchdown run for quarterback Jalen Hurts in this game. As you're going to see, Greg Ward is going to come in motion once again from left to right. And this time he's going to settle up outside Zach Ertz, and he's going to set a little bit of a pick here for the tight end running to the flat. And we'll let this play here for a second and see exactly how the defense is going to react to this, because you're going to get that little pick right here from Greg Ward. That is meant to try and spring Zach Ertz to the pylon for what should be an easy touchdown pass for Jalen Hurts. But this defender here, Cameron Curl, does a great job of playing underneath the pick and running with Zach Ertz. So Jalen Hurts has got to be able to create here. He's got to have an answer. So we're going to see here exactly what Hurts decides to do. He sees that throw's taken away. He's going to hold on to this football himself. He makes that first man miss, walks into the end zone, gets the Eagles on the board here, makes it a one-score game, 10-7. So now on the very next drive, ironically enough, the Eagles get a sack on a very similar play than what we saw on the Jalen Hurts touchdown. This is going to be a simple little pick play here from Washington, where you're going to get a little screen from the outside receiver, and that is meant to spring the number 2 receiver to the flat. Now, these two defenders here for the Eagles, Alex Singleton and Jamison Houston, do a nice job of guarding against this and covering this. And you're going to see that Alex Smith, when he drops back, he does not like what he sees. He does not want to be able to make this throw because you've got a corner getting ready to jump it, potentially intercept it, and take it back the other way. What that does is it forces Smith to hold on to the football, and you've got Rayquan Williams, the rookie undrafted free agent, working against a Pro Bowl right guard in Brandon Scherff. And watch Rayquan Williams here. He's going to push Scherff back into the pocket, and he's going to get home for a sack. We'll let this run. And this helps the Eagles get off the field here and force Washington to punt. Nice job with the secondary and the defensive line working together to be able to get the stop. So after the punt, the Eagles offense gets the ball, and once again, they move into enemy territory. And we're going to see here on a very third and long play, you're going to get 3 vertical routes here from these Eagles receivers. You're going to get J.J. Arcega-Whiteside working to the post. You're going to get Travis Fulgham here working out to one sideline, and you're going to get Jalen Reagor working to another. So 3 vertical routes against what is essentially 4 deep coverage. So you've got 4 defenders deep. You've got a little bit of an exotic look here from Washington, a pressure front where you don't know who's coming, but they're sending guys from multiple angles. So Jalen Hurts has got to be able to hang in the pocket and win on this down with his arm. And again, he knows that he's got J.J. Arcega-Whiteside working down the post against 2 high coverage, a split safety look. With those safeties split in the middle of the field, what does that do? It creates a void right between the hashes that this receiver, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, can work into. Hurts knows this, and so when he steps back and faces this rush, you're going to see the pressure's going to come off the edge. They're trying to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket. He steps up, delivers this throw, and Arcega-Whiteside comes through with a huge catch through contact to get the Eagles the first down and help set them up for their second touchdown of the game. All right, I mentioned it sets up that second score of the game for the Eagles, and that happens right here on this touchdown run by Jalen Hurts. The Eagles are in an empty set. All right, so you've got 5 receivers split out wide across the width of the formation. The Eagles are forcing Washington to cover every blade of grass down here in the low red zone. Now, what this does is this not only spreads the defense out lengthwise for defending the pass, but also it opens things up for Jalen Hurts with the ability to take off with his legs. So if Washington does not denote a spy to make sure that they've got Hurts covered from sideline to sideline, he's got the ability to take off here. So we're going to see what he sees when he drops back and takes the snap. You've got zone coverage here from Washington. Look, you've got eyes on the quarterback in a couple of different spots, but there are also a number of jerseys of underneath defenders with their backs turned to the quarterback. And you can see a lot of eyes not looking at the quarterback. Look at all of this real estate here for Jalen Hurts. Again, in an empty set, he knows he's got the ability to take off and try and pick this up with his legs. And that's exactly what he does. He's going to take off here. Jalen Hurts taking the grass that belongs to him. You can watch here as he steps up. This is going to be an easy touchdown. He walks into the end zone, gives the Eagles the lead early in the second quarter. Well, let's fast forward now to the second half of this game. We're going to take a look at two interceptions, two plays on the defensive side of the football. First one, an interception here by free safety Marcus Epps, who is lined up here in the post at the free safety position. The big thing you're going to see before the snap is going to be some pre-snap motion from the slot receiver of Washington. When he comes in motion, watch what happens with these two defensive backs here for the Eagles. You've got Graylan Arnold, the rookie undrafted free agent, playing in the slot. And then, as I mentioned, you've got Marcus Epps. They're going to what's called rock and roll, where you've got the motion that's going to send the receiver from one side of the field over to the other. Graylan Arnold initially is lined up across from that receiver. So rather than him run across the field with him and potentially get out leveraged on a quick play to the flat, you're going to now take the safety and he will pick up that slot receiver. And now you're going to get Arnold. He is going to rotate to the post. All right, so you've got that rotation on the back end. Now, we'll let this play for a second and see how this really comes into fruition for the Eagles, because Alex Smith's going to take the snap. He drops back, and before he goes to decide to go to the check down, he sees that he doesn't like these vertical routes. Those are taken away. So he's going to try and hit the check down here in the flat. Here's Marcus Epps, and you can see, where are his eyes? He is looking the whole way, reading the quarterback, Alex Smith, and as soon as he sees that the ball is going to come out here to the flat, watch how quickly he is going to close downhill, eat up grass, and collision the catch point here. Bad throw, but he's able to impact the catch point, come up with the football before it hits the ground, gets the interception, gives the Eagles the ball down in Washington territory. Awesome play there by Marcus Epps to come up with the turnover, the first of two interceptions in the second half. And that second interception comes from another second-year player in TJ Edwards, the middle linebacker here for the Eagles. Let's take a look at what we see. What you have here is Alex Singleton matched up one-on-one with the running back. You've got straight man-to-man coverage with a single high safety. The matchup that I want you to watch is Edwards one-on-one with the tight end, Logan Thomas, who is going to be running basically a deep out route here towards the intermediate part of the field. And again, I want you to watch to see how Edwards matches this route. We'll let it go for a second, and you can see that when Logan Thomas releases upfield, he feels this. Watch how quickly Edwards is able to put his foot in the ground and run this route with Logan Thomas. There's not a lot of separation there. Edwards does a great job of feeling this route, understanding the route concept, having an understanding too of the route break and the depth, and understanding when he's going to try and undercut this, because if he is back here or is too far running over the top of this route, well, now the tight end can break to the outside and he's able to make this play. Since Edwards is so tight in coverage, well, now he's got the ability to undercut this route and make the play. So watch closely as Edwards undercuts this route, and he's able to make the play on the football for the interception. TJ Edwards did this a bunch in college. I know there are questions about his athleticism and his upside and what was his 40-yard dash time. I will tell you, watching him in college his last 2 years, he did this time and time again with the Wisconsin Badgers. It was the reason why he was one of the most productive players in college football, and you saw a good example of that there. Awesome to see TJ Edwards come up with the interception. So, 2014 loss for the Eagles, obviously. A tough one here to close things out in the 2020 season. The Eagles fall to a record of 4-11-1. They finish with the 6th overall pick in the NFL draft. We'll be talking about that and this entire offseason, a huge offseason for this franchise every single week, twice a week on the Eagle Eye in the Sky podcast, on the Journey to the Draft podcast. You can find them wherever podcasts can be found. Thanks so much again for joining me, not just this week, but all season long here on the All-22 review, driven by AAA. I'm Fran Duffy. I'll see you on the other side.